Of course, NEDFI banking to NEDFI do not get money from the market and do not return. They do not have deposit. So NEDFI doesn't have a mass cost, but bank has a cost. Can bank ke karoba kako kudu dibo lage ana toka. So bank and NEDFI cannot be compared, but at the same time, NEDFI's intervention in the market can create a positivity. So তাৰ পিছত আপোনালোক even 1% ৰ কাৰণেও বেংকৰ লগত negotiate কৰক, 0.5% ৰ কাৰণেও negotiate কৰক, because that will also help you. And state government is there as a watchdog. মোক কোনবা ৰিজাৰ্ভ বেংকে কক, ষ্টেট বেংকে কক, যোনে নকক, as long as criminal procedure code and IPC is with me, I am going to do whatever law allows me to do. So I'll not be bulldozed by all these things. It is very, very clear. So sometimes they come and they try to bulldoze me. So I am not going to one who will be bulldozed. As long as you are doing creative work, positive work, we are with you. But the time you become a modern type of Kabuliwala, we are opposed to you. As long as you behave like a banker, we are with you. But as long as you change your character to a Kabuliwala, we cannot be with you. It is as simple as that. So the moot point is that microfinance sector to eta khub bhal kam, mohot kam, povitro kam, somajok poriborton koribo pora kam. এই সেক্টৰটো জুনে থাকে, whether it is NEDFI, whether other bank, মই তেওঁলোকক অনুৰোধ কৰিম যে এটা পবিত্ৰ অন্তৰেৰে সৈতে এই কামটোত নামি পৰক। With a very, very pious heart, noble heart, with a solemn, take it as a solemn work. মই ভাবো চেঞ্জ হ'ব। ইমান কাম আছে, আজি জিঞ্জাৰ ভেলু এডিশ্যন ক'ত হৈছে, আজি জালুক ভেলু এডিশ্যন নাই, আজি আমাৰ টি, our quality is going down. Every small tea, we are losing our quality, we are losing our market. Dhan kinibor karne, amar kisumane ami FCI blame koru je FCI dhan kinibo khoja nai. Ami dhan kinibor karne dokan kholi rokhi asu je ahok. Daily TV advertise kori asu. Manuhe dhan dibo pora nai. There is no rice on their stock. That means our production has come down over the period. It is not going up irrespective of the whatever statistics we might. So that Assam economy we have to restore back. Now, what is the silver line? Silver line is that there is already an early sign of recovery. Manuhar amar Bharatot ketaman yardstick hoy je how you indicate the recovery. Jodi sabo khuje last 1 year Assam GDP is projected to be grown at 13%, which is very, very huge. Nation is growing at 6%, and you are growing at 13%, which is very, very huge. Now, that practically kiman kamod hoise jodi ami sabo jao, tetele dekhibo je in 2018 prior to COVID, our peak hour electricity demand was 1800 megawatts. Today, our peak hour electricity demand is 2400 megawatts. So 600 megawatts power demand has been added in last 1 year. That means you can think that how much new initiative because most of the domestic consumer is fixed. All those consumer has come into the line on 2018 when Prime Minister has done the last mile electricity connection. These are not domestic consumer. These are commercial and business consumer which is adding up to our power demand. But if you see that Assam still has a lowest per capita power consumption, that means our economic activity was not that high. But today, in last 1 year, we could add 600 megawatts peak hour electricity demand, which is huge, never happened in the history of Assam. So, early signal of economic recovery is there. Our tax revenue is going up by 30%. We have reduced tax, but our revenue is increasing. We have reduced the price of petrol, diesel. Today, if you go West Bengal and if you come to Assam, there is a difference of 10 rupees on diesel. But still, our revenue is growing. We are now, I think last month, we had a 32% growth of revenue. So GST and revenue comes when? Then when business activity restores. So Guwahati airport is now already back to the pre-COVID period. Jiman pre-COVID period of flight asile, pre-COVID period of passenger load asile, we have crossed that. That means recovery after COVID is total. Today also we are going to take certain measures. After today at 2 p.m. we are going to sign a milestone initiative with Naval to produce 1,000 megawatt of solar power in Assam itself. So we are going to form a joint company jot 1000 megawatt ami solar power utpadon kori. Then state-owned scheme of 1,000 megawatt is coming for solar power. Then there will be a third investment which is coming from another PSU for another 2,000 megawatt of solar. That means in this year itself we are going to start 4,000 megawatts of solar power with investment of 20,000 crores. So there are a lot of vibrancy in the sector. Already in the fish we have become self-sufficient. Now we are trying to becoming self-sufficient on fish meal, because on fish we do not have to bring anything. Lockdown or samoyto we sustain on ourselves. Amak andhor mas etia nalage. Kunuba ahe belek kotha, but we have now, we can sufficiently produce fish which is good enough for our state. But we are still bringing fish meal from Bengal. So I will request NEDFI to fund at least 2-3 medium-sized fish meal enterprise, which will make at least fish and fish meal both will be completely self-sufficient. Second is egg. Assam is consuming 40 lakhs egg per year in a very conservative way. Now with large initiative, which one unit is coming in Dhubri, one unit has already, Bahubali is working. So I think in 2 years of time we will be self-sufficient on egg also. Third target is pork, because we consume pork, but it is really sad that somebody is sending us pork. But there are a lot of individual initiatives which will make us self-sufficient on pork also. On paddy, I am sure that ebar ami janeke MSP intervention korilu, I think paddy production will organically go up in this year. Fourth and fifth target will be that if we can become self-sufficient on mahajatiyo shosyo ba ami jetok oil seed buli kau, if we can self-sufficient, because rice or pisot amar kheti pothar khon throughout the year pori thake. Jodi ami mahajatiyo shosyo loike manuhok akorshito koribo paru, then one by one we will cross all those milestones. On industry sector, we have taken 3 initiatives. Now we are going to sign a MOU with SIDBI, which will create a 5,000 crore credit guarantee scheme for our MSME. That means MSME 5,000 koti toka leke loan loar pisoto, jodi MSME loan ghurai nidie, individual person will become NPA, but bank will be able to recover their money from SIDBI's credit guarantee fund. So these will encourage banks in a big way to give finance to the MSME. Third, second initiative is that with NEDFI, SIDBI and Government of Assam, we are going to create a startup fund of 200 crores, which will be available for startup. So MFI, startup, then MSME. Next pillar is the cluster development. So we are working with SIDBI to create clusters where particular economic activity can be taken, which is in tune with one district, one product of Prime Minister. Je eta district or eta specific product hobo, he product to he cluster to ami develop korim. It may be agriculture product, but etu nohoy je ghehu ami America potham America prami bread to lom. The product will be in agriculture product, suppose lemon hobo, but lemon will be processed and কেঁচা লেমনটো আমি নপঠাও. It will be processed and then you will send to the export. এতিয়া আমি আনাৰস দেখিছো, আমি আনাৰস পঠাইছো, but we know that raw আনাৰস cannot be sent in a huge number. এটা দুটা showcase আমি পঠাব পাৰো, but there is a limit. You have to convert it to the pulp, otherwise you cannot. Now Karbi Alang people are sending ginger, but ginger why? We have to send ginger powder, not the ginger. So যেতিয়ালৈকে আমি value addition নকৰিম, so agriculture department and our cluster development program will have a synergy. Jot agriculture department will create that particular product or horticulture will create that product, and in cluster will process that. So that one district, one product, jito Prime Minister project ase, all these things can be offloaded aru ami next level of loi jabo paru. So lot of positive vibes is going on, lot of positivity is around us. Moi request korim je hokoluke je let us continue with that positivity aru moi hodai eta kotha বিশ্বাস koru je state of jetialike negativity thakibo, only few will benefit. Here negativity korile monopoly create hoy. Konubai jodi koy নাই আমার hospital নচলে, nursing home ভাল নহয়, that means the established nursing home creates that rumor so that no competitor can come. State of industry kori লাভ নাই, nahibo kihor karone the existing industry can benefit, they have access, monopoly access to the market. So negativity helps few, positivity helps majority. So state of jikono karonate jeti apuni negativity dekhibo, tar pisphale konoba manu dekhibo jar monopolistic tendencies will be there. But jeta positivity thakibo, teti apunaloke dekhibo that some groups of people is working towards welfare of the people. So let us shun negativity in this 27 foundation of NEDFI. Let us take a vow, let us take a vow that ami negativity kami posroy nidiu amar somajot, ami positivity posroy dim. Will be good. Amak jetia konobai loan dibo, loan to luar agote ami tinibar cinta korim ami ghurai dibo parim na. Loan to ghurai nidia mane karobar toka to atmostat kora, jitu amar ketiao character nasil, amar character hobo noare. Rightly wrongly আমি যেতিয়া লোন হাতত ললো, আমি লোন ঘূৰাই দিব লাগিব. সেই কাৰণে 2 লাখ টকা লৈকে নেটফিয়ে দিব খুজিছে, but if you cannot take 2 lakhs and return it, take your calculation right. Start with 50,000, then in next 1 year you go to 2 lakhs. So by doing this we can create a economic movement in Assam, eta অৰ্থনৈতিক বিপ্লৱ আমি অসমত নিৰ্মাণ কৰিব পাৰিম. সকলোকে ধন্যবাদ জনাইছো. নেতৃত্ব বিশেষকৈ আগৰ বছৰ আৰু এতিয়াতকৈ ভাল হওক তাকে কামনা কৰি মই মোৰ বক্তব্য সামৰিছো.